You won't believe what this electric truck can do compared to every gas Silverado you've ever known. Welcome back to Legends Auto Future, where we break down the cars Americans actually care about. Let's talk about the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado EV, the electric pickup that's trying to change the way America hauls, tows, works, and plays. If you live in the U.S. and you've been waiting for an EV truck that feels true to the heart of American pickup culture, this one might be the closest yet. But is it actually worth it? First, let's look at design and presence, because with trucks, looks matter more than almost anything. The 2026 Silverado EV keeps that bold, rugged Silverado front end, but with a cleaner, more aerodynamic twist. Gone are the oversized grills of the gas models. In their place is a sleek, modern face that still feels tough. Compared to the Ford F-150 Lightning or the Rivian R1T, Chevy managed to make this truck look like it belongs on a construction site and in a tech CEO's driveway. The proportions are familiar, which helps longtime Chevy fans, but the details feel fresh. From the squared fenders to the LED light bar that stretches front to back, this truck looks like the future without abandoning its roots. Now let's talk performance and power, because that's where EVs are supposed to shine. The Silverado EV delivers instant torque off the line, punching harder than many V8 Silverado gas models. Chevy claims over 600 horsepower in the RST variant and massive towing capacity numbers that rival full-size gas trucks and other EVs in this class. But here's the twist. Unlike some EVs that feel like sports cars with beds, this truck still feels rooted in its work truck DNA. You get that smooth, silent acceleration EV fans love, but also the grunt for towing trailers, boats, or campers without feeling out of place. When comparing competitors, the Silverado EV's range and efficiency are key. Chevy boasts a targeted range that keeps it competitive with both the F-150 Lightning and Rivian. In real-world American driving, highways stretches across Texas, city cruising in California, or snowy passes in Colorado, this kind of range matters. GM's Ultium battery tech means the truck doesn't lose range dramatically under load, which has been a point of concern with some EV trucks. If you plan long road trips with a trailer, the Silverado EV might actually hold its own where other EVs lose significant range. Next up is interior comfort and tech, and here's where the 2026 Silverado EV really starts to pull ahead. Step inside, and you're greeted with a spacious cabin that feels more like a modern SUV than a traditional pickup. The dashboard features a massive horizontal touchscreen, paired with Chevy's latest infotainment system, intuitive, fast, and American driver-friendly. You get customizable digital cluster, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and tons of USB-C ports for devices. Even the rear seating area is roomy enough for full-size adults on long drives, something that always matters for U.S. families and work crews alike. Chevy didn't skimp on practicality either. The Silverado EV introduces a front trunk, or frunk, that's more than just a gimmick. It's deep, easy to access, and can hold tools, coolers, or gear you don't want in the main bed. There are also smart storage nooks throughout the cabin that make everyday use easier. When compared to gas versions where the space under the hood is just metal, this feels like real added value for American buyers. Of course, ownership costs are a huge part of is it worth it? And here the Silverado EV makes a compelling case. Electric power means fewer moving parts, lower maintenance on things like oil changes and timing belts, and generally cheaper energy costs per mile, especially if you charge at home. Compared to traditional gasoline Silverado models, many owners could save thousands over the life of the truck. Even when compared to diesel variants known for longevity, the EV's lower upkeep is tough to beat. And with expanding EV charging infrastructure across the U.S., long trips are getting easier, not harder. Now let's address real-world usability, towing, hauling, daily driving, and everything in between. Chevy engineered this truck with a multi-flex midgate, similar to what you've seen in the GMC Hummer EV. That means you can extend the bed into the cabin when you need to haul oversized items, something gas truck owners have wished for. Tow ratings are impressive, and the adaptive air suspension helps keep the truck level, whether you're hauling dirt bikes or pulling a travel trailer. In everyday driving errands, school runs, work commutes, the truck feels smooth and quiet. It's a big step up from the engine noise and vibration of classic pickups. But nothing's perfect. Charging infrastructure is still a challenge in rural areas of the U.S., and fast charging stations aren't everywhere yet. If your daily life includes remote job sites or long desert highways, you'll want to plan your routes carefully. That's not a knock on Chevy, it's a reality of EV adoption in America. Still, with DC fast charging and growing networks from Electrify America, Tesla, and others, this is improving faster than most people think. Now here's a comparison that might hit home. Value versus competitors. The Silverado EV stacks up well against the Ford F-150 Lightning in towing and interior space, and it's arguably more rugged in design. Compared to Rivian, which feels more premium, and outdoors-oriented, the Chevy feels more traditional and practical for everyday truck owners. If you're looking for something that fits into typical American pickup use, the Silverado EV feels like a solution that gets what truck owners want, rather than reinventing the category entirely. Let's talk future relevance, because if you're buying a truck in 2026, you want it to matter in 2030 and beyond. Chevy is committed to expanding EV tech across its lineup, and this truck is at the forefront, with software updates, improved battery tech coming soon, and an ecosystem of charging. This truck is built to evolve. When you compare that to gas trucks that risk becoming outdated as emission standards tighten, the Silverado EV feels like a smart long-term bet. So, is a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado EV worth it? If you're an American driver who wants the capability of a true full-size pickup with lower running costs, cutting-edge tech, and future-ready performance, this truck is absolutely worth a close look. It isn't perfect, charging gaps still exist, but in almost every category that matters to U.S. truck owners, it delivers value that most gas trucks can't match. Before we wrap this up, think about this. What matters more to you, raw towing power, everyday practicality, or future-proof tech? The Silverado EV doesn't force you to pick just one. Let us know in the comments what feature of the Silverado EV matters most to you. Is it the range, the performance, the interior, or the fact that it's fully electric? Subscribe for more future cars and auto content on Legends Auto Future.